The historical realities of Erdogan's rise and alignment with Israel. The political trajectory of Recep Tayyip Erdogan is a study in contrasts, contradictions, and calculated maneuvering. Emerging from humble beginnings in Istanbul, often likened to the city's equivalent of Harlem, Erdogan's ascent to power has been both meteoric and controversial. His journey from an obscure figure to a global statesman raises questions about the forces and strategies that shaped his rise. Among these, his alleged alignment with Israel and the influence of powerful global actors such as the Rothschilds warrant deeper examination. Erdogan's rise. From the margins to power. Erdogan's early life was marked by poverty and a struggle for recognition. Born in the working-class district of Kasımpaşa, he grew up in a conservative environment. His initial foray into politics through the Islamist Welfare Party positioned him as a populist leader with a knack for connecting with the masses. His tenure as mayor of Istanbul, 1994 to 1998, showcased his administrative capabilities and his ability to implement pragmatic solutions to urban challenges. However, his political career took a decisive turn with the founding of the Justice and Development Party, AKP, in 2001, a move that marked his shift from overt Islamism to a more moderate, pro-business stance. Critics argue that Erdogan's rise was not merely a product of his charisma and political acumen, but also the result of strategic backing by powerful international actors. The claim that the Rothschilds positioned Erdogan strategically aligns with a broader narrative of global elites manipulating political landscapes to serve their interests. While evidence for such direct involvement remains speculative, Erdogan's ability to navigate complex geopolitical terrains suggests a leader adept at leveraging both domestic and international opportunities. Alignment with Israel, a paradoxical relationship. Erdogan's relationship with Israel has been a paradox. Publicly, he has often adopted a confrontational stance, criticizing Israeli policies towards Palestine and positioning himself as a defender of Muslim interests. Yet, beneath this rhetoric lies a pragmatic alignment rooted in economic and strategic considerations. Trade between Turkey and Israel has flourished under Erdogan's leadership, with bilateral agreements spanning defense, technology, and energy sectors. This duality mirrors the strategy of Eli Cohen, the legendary Israeli spy who infiltrated the highest echelons of Syrian power. While Erdogan is no covert operative, his ability to balance conflicting interests and maintain alliances, even with adversaries, echoes Cohen's strategic genius. Erdogan's public denunciations of Israel often serve domestic political goals, bolstering his image as a champion of Muslim causes, while his behind-the-scenes cooperation underscores his pragmatism. Transforming the Turkish defense industry. One of Erdogan's most significant achievements has been the transformation of Turkey's defense industry. Under his leadership, Turkey reduced its dependency on Western military imports from 80% to less than 15%. This shift reflects Erdogan's broader strategy of pursuing autonomy in critical sectors to reduce external vulnerabilities. The development of indigenous drones, armored vehicles, and missile systems has positioned Turkey as a formidable player in the global arms market. However, this achievement does not negate the critiques of Erdogan's broader policies. His authoritarian tendencies, suppression of dissent, and alleged involvement in illicit activities such as oil and drug trafficking cast a shadow over his accomplishments. These contradictions highlight the complexity of his leadership, where progress in certain areas coexists with significant ethical and governance challenges. Barking but not biting? Erdogan's critics often describe him as a leader who barks but never bites. This characterization stems from his tendency to issue strong statements and threats without following through with substantive actions. For instance, his rhetoric against Western powers and Israel often lacks tangible consequences, reinforcing the perception of a leader who prioritizes optics over outcomes. However, this barking serves a strategic purpose, enabling Erdogan to rally domestic support and project an image of strength without risking the repercussions of direct confrontation. Conclusion. Erdogan's rise and reign encapsulate the complexities of modern leadership in a geopolitically volatile region. While his alignment with Israel and alleged connections to global elites remain subjects of debate, his impact on Turkey's defense industry and regional influence is undeniable. Like Eli Cohen, Erdogan is a master strategist, navigating conflicting interests with remarkable dexterity. Yet, His legacy will ultimately be defined by whether his accomplishments outweigh the controversies and contradictions that have marked his tenure.